this message is going to be for Virgo men. So you ain't a Virgo. And God said, but you are a Taurus. And you don't want to tell people exactly who you are. And you always trying to, make these names up. And Grandma said, you're going to be found out too. And when you find yourself, by yourself for the rest of your life, then you'll tell somebody you're a Virgo again. I said, yeah, you want to play this role? I said, nigga, you ain't a Virgo. And God said, but you want to be a Virgo. And that's your truth. And God said, we don't like you no more. So move forward. And you know what? Don't send us your energy either. And that's what you know too. You like, yeah, I'm trying to tap in and send them my energy and they ain't even paying attention. I said, that's good. They don't care. And that Taurus told you that. I said, that's a Taurus moon. I said, she act like a Taurus moon, and I think she's a moon Taurus. And Grandma said, she's a South Node Taurus, and that could be catastrophic for you. And God said, that's what you need to know here too. It says, hung up is here. It says, fascinated, obsessive attachment. It says, focusing in here too. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. I got hot. So someone may be hung up on someone, looking at somebody else while they messaging another person and be like, yeah, you ain't invested. So they ain't interested. And I said, but don't you think they need to know? You ain't invested, so they not interested. And Grandma said, that's what you picked up on in the first place. And God said, you ran her away. And you did. And Grandma said, that's on you, boo. Yeah, spiritual narcissist is here. It says spiritually egotistical. It says superiority complex and spiritual manipulation. Overall energy spooked. It says plot twist, unexpected event, and sudden change. Grandma says, shoot, what you want? You don't want nothing. So leave people the hell alone. You don't want nothing. You like, yeah, but no, you don't want nothing. Grandma said, don't we know it here too? Text messages here. So either you gonna be sending out a message or someone else is gonna be sending out messages, and God says, shit, I don't want you to snap, boo. But if you do, shoot, that means that you know what, you got some feelings. Hey, not having feelings. That means you'll have some feelings, right? Come on, tell me you got some feelings. And God said, nah, not for you, boo. An ex-lover is here. And so you may receive a text message from an ex-lover, okay? Someone is saying that one don't do nothing undercover. They don't have shit going on in their closet, and now you looking even more stupid here, boo. And Grandma said that's what you need to know here too. Yeah, secret crush is here. So someone may be communicating with you pretty soon for some of y'all. Yeah, twin flame just popped out of nowhere. So someone may be communicating with you, can we start over? Can we, make it work? Can we, talk and all this other stuff? And you'll be like, okay, we can talk. And that's how you be doing it too. You hold on to a lot of people. You don't let go of people. Yeah, we have watching and spying is here. So someone is watching and spying, or you watching and spying here too. Gotta say, yeah, you watching, boo. It says action, courage, Jupiter, and beginnings. There's going to be a major shift in your life. Some of you guys are going to get knocked, okay, to the left or knocked to the right here too. Yeah, it says comfort zone, south node, and clinging. Tell me more for Virgo men. The angel number 22222 could be playing a major part in your life. It says, I have karmic debt that needs to be paid before I come back towards you. So someone is uninterested in something here too. Yeah, it says, I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you. Overall energy, I depend on you too much to let you go. I have codependency issues. So whoever you're dealing with has some codependency issues, boo. And they may be sending you a message, okay, wanting to chop it up with you. Remember, we used to just sit on the phone and just breathe on the phone together. You know, are you asleep? No, I'm still up. You up? You sleep? That's that teenage love here too. That's back in the day type of love. You be on the phone caking all night, breathing. That's that innocent kind of love. Yeah, we have the Page of Cups is here. So you're going to be receiving some type of, emotional message here. Yeah, the Ace of Swords about some form of truth here too. So communication about the truth. Yeah, we have the King of Cups energy is here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy is here too. So someone is saying, you know what? That's a lost cause, boo. I don't think you're going to ever, get that back, unfortunately. And that's what you need to know here too, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio may be around, okay? Creating some type of emotional output. Yeah, we have the sun here. So victory and success is here. Happiness is here. So there's some form of happiness here. Something is being illuminated about a water sign. Someone may end up snitching on a water sign. Like, I'm going to snitch on you. Or I'm going to tell somebody who you are, what you represent, and what you ain't going to do, or something like that. Someone may snitch. Yeah, the number 2 is very significant because I got 2 cards out of each deck instead of like 4 or 5 like I normally do. So we have soon is here. And then it says, this is a lucky situation. Overall energy, abundance, and prosperity lies ahead here for you. So there's some form of positivity here. And that energy is coming out for everyone. Even though things may seem a little shady or a little bleak or something, there's some type of positivity out of this. So that's all I have for you. Bye.